homesteading to prepping to common horse sense, we are College Hill Farm. Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Well, I would like to tell you that everything that we do on our homestead is successful. But that just wouldn't be the truth. Now, about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I came down through this row right here behind me. Let's see, yes, it's right there. I came down that row and I planted 15 hills of cucumbers. Seed that we had saved ourselves, and about 5 seeds per hill, so 75 seeds, and of that only 7 cucumbers came up. Only 7. That's only about a 9% germination rate. That's pitiful. The same day, I also planted zucchini and summer squash. Not a one of them came up. And we're going to talk about why that could happen here in a minute. But I'm going to get down through here and replant, but I'm not going to use those seeds. At a 9% germination rate, they're not what I want to use. But the good thing about straight 8s is there are plenty of them that you can find at the big box stores. This is a burpee straight 8. Straight 8 is an heirloom cucumber, and you can save the seeds, but everybody carries them. Okay. The next one is these little crookneck summer squash, these early summer crooknecks. Again, you can save the seed from them, but everybody carries them just in case you lose them. And then zucchini, black beauty, everybody carries them. So none of my zucchini, which is black beauty, came up, and none of my crookneck summer squash came up. And I'm going to get down the row here and just plant these. You don't need to see it. You saw the video of me planting cucumbers and squash. So I'm just going to plant these, and then I'm going to come back and tell you what I think happened and why the germination rate was so bad. Okay, all of them have been replanted. If there was a cucumber that had come up, I only did four to the hill, or 3 seeds. If it was a hill that none of them had come up, which there were a lot of those, I went ahead and put 5 or 6 seeds down. And I've still got, probably 20 or 30 seeds left. So I probably put, in this little package, there were probably 75 or 80 seeds. So, got down there and done that. I'll do the squash and the squash here in a few minutes. I'm not going to worry about it right this second. I'm just sitting here taking a little break. And let's talk about what probably happened. Now, when stuff goes wrong on your homestead, it's generally not Mother Nature. It's generally your fault, your error, your mistake. In this instance, all of those seeds were in Ziploc bags, individual Ziploc bags, and all put in a plastic store bag. Like you go to Walmart and get one of those plastic bags, or Tractor Supply, or wherever the plastic bag came from, the Dollar General. Any of the box stores that sell plastic, that put your groceries and stuff in a plastic bag. Well, none of those seeds were over 2 years old. None of them. So they should have been viable just fine. Cucumbers, I think it's like 5 years. Squash, it's like 4. So they should have been viable with no problem. So what possibly could have happened? Well, here's my possible theory. Now, if you watch me garden, you'll notice that I drive my truck right down to the garden. My garden is probably 800 or 900 feet from my house, 1,000 feet maybe. Probably 800 or 900 feet's more like it. And so I drive my truck down to the garden, and that carries all of my accoutrement, my hose, my planters, the seed, my cameras, and the other stuff that come along with me. So that's all in the truck. Now, the seed probably got left in the truck and the windows rolled up in the heat of summer last year after I came out and planted. And I probably picked those seeds, got those seeds out of the truck 2 or 3 or 4 days later when I realized they were in there. So what does that do? Well, if it gets above 160 degrees in the truck, which is quite possible on a hot summer day, with the sun beating in, those seeds can be sterilized. And I'm betting that's exactly what happened. The squash seeds are a little more susceptible than the cucumber seeds. But I'm betting that those seeds were sterilized in the truck, and when I found them, I just went and took them in. Well, also in those are our pumpkins. So I'll probably plant the pumpkins by a handful, but pumpkins or squash, they're more susceptible to that. So with that in mind, I bought a couple of packages of pumpkin seeds. But I bought the stuff that I could save the seeds back from, not hybrid pumpkins. So, just in case. But I would rather have the pumpkins that we've been growing for years and years and years if they'll come back up. I don't know if they'll come back up or not. So, we'll plant them, see how they do. If they don't, I've bought new seed. Go away, fly. Now, if you like this stuff, this homesteading, failing, we try and show you everything, warts and all. Whether we're failing at stuff or whether we're succeeding at stuff, 9 times out of 10, we're succeeding. But we fail too. Don't you think for a minute that we don't fail. Sometimes we let the weeds take our stuff. Sometimes I just can't do something today that has to get done. It's just not going to happen. And it causes other things to fail because of that. Well, that's the way life is. So don't be afraid to fail. The only people who don't fail are the people who don't try. Okay? Now, if you like this stuff, be certain to come on to the channel and subscribe. You can hit the little bell when you come to the channel. It'll notify you when we upload a video. We upload every Sunday. Now, with that being said, it's time for me to get on to the next thing and get these squash replanted.